Welcome everybody. I'm Phil. Welcome back to Phil and Watches. Here is the Black Bay Blue 41mm, and I'm going to go over why I prefer this version better than the Black Bay 58. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe because YouTube gives me a new Daytona every time you guys do that. So thanks. So I actually got this watch from Reddit's Watch Exchange. I'm not sponsored by Reddit or Tudor because I personally know every single one of my subscribers and I could say their names in 10 seconds. Going on to the specs, we have a 41mm case, sapphire crystal with AR on the underside, not like IWC where they put on the top side as well. I have no idea why companies do that, but anyways, it uses a ETA 2824 movement, stainless steel case, and it rocks a blue bezel that you cannot miss. Some people say using an ETA movement on this watch was a mistake. Well, those people are dumb. Because the ETA 2824 movement is a workhorse movement that can be serviced by a local watchmaker for a fourth of the price. So you could donate the rest of the money to me. It is an automatic movement that hacks and winds. It beats at 4 Hz. However, it does only have 38 hours of power reserve, which doesn't matter since you're not going to want to put this watch down anyway, so you don't need that. Not to say, this movement is also thinner than the normal Black Bay in-house movement, so I think which is the clear choice here. The dial of this watch is very legible with the applied markers. I love the rectangular markers on the 3, 6, and 9, and the triangle at the 12. It's very balanced in all things. It's also nicknamed the smiley of doom because the self-winding text at the bottom is much more playful and just more fun than the normal versions. And I think watch collecting doesn't have to be this crazy, serious, fancy people hobby. I think it could just be normal people like you and I, bums. What about this case though? The case has a 41mm diameter, a lug width of 22mm, lug to lug 15mm, thickness 12.7mm, and a 200 meters of water resistance. It's pretty much the same thickness as my Grand Seiko Snowflake. It's very easy to wear. The 15mm lug to lug I thought would be too big for my 6.25 inch Asian wrist. It fits kinda nice. The crown of the case is also a personal favorite of mine. The rose logo just takes me back to the era before I was born, which is the best era there is. The bezel is also one of my favorite parts of the watch. The clicks are crisp like a potato chip with not too much play. It's very easy to read and turn and good for timing my bathroom breaks. So anytime you need to go to the bathroom, just let me know and I'll time for you. The hands are your classic iconic snowflake hands. Remember the word iconic because it's not used enough in this age and watch world. It's very classy and legible. Indoors or outdoors, it's just eye-catching. You can't miss it. The macro shots looks good too. The quality and finishing of the hands is perfect at this price point. Nothing to complain about here. The clasp of the watch is your standard Tudor clasp. Very secure and easy to take it on and off. No quick adjustment, but you can't have everything. I would say that is improvement. The finishing on the bracelet is also superb. I think it draws from Rolex's bracelet brushing. The brushing is fantastic as you can see in the macro shot. It just feels nice on the wrist and it feels very secure when you put it on, just like you're being hugged by a koala bear. The size of this watch is a point of contention. To be honest, I know people gravitate towards the Black Bay 58 for its size, but I think for a dive watch, 41mm is not too big. Compared to the Pelagos, which is also another watch that I love, it's well sized. And this size will fit nicely, doesn't look out of proportions like others. And it also have a lot of wrist presence. The price of this watch is not too bad. It's about 3.4k on bracelet, and it's cheaper than the Black Bay 58. You're getting a very good finish, easily serviceable movement, nice design, and also the history of Tudor. Okay, let's summarize the goods and bads about this watch. Well, first, I love the design of this watch. It combines the classic elements of Tudor, mainly the hands and the case. Also adds some playfulness with the blue bezel, the smiley at the 6 o'clock, and the rose crown. The finishing is also great for this watch. Also, the exclusivity, right? You cannot buy this watch anymore because the ETA movement is replaced by Tudor's in-house movement, and so it's very exclusive. You don't have to wait at a wait list because there's no wait list. You can't buy it, so you have to find one pre-owned. So that's something good, I guess. The bads about this watch: there's no quick adjustment. Also, the 38 hours of power reserve is a little low. And for those who are not used to wearing heavier watches, this could seem a little heavy on the wrist, but it's not as bad as the in-house one. So who is this watch for? I think if you like Tudor, you like this watch because it has the good histories with the snowflake hands, the rose, and the case. So it exemplifies a lot of those elements. Also, if you just want a nice finished piece with the brushing and finishing of the hands and case, I think this is a great deal. Also, if you just want a fun watch, right? If you like a fun watch, you enjoy this one. In the next episode of Film Watches, we will go over the Oyster Perpetual 39.